Well, good morning, good afternoon, and of course, good evening, traders from across the globe. Thank you so much for tuning into my 2,808th edition of Short-Term Trading Live with Oscar Carboni. Traders, as you know, because we do these videos just about every night, trading is risky. Stock trading, commodities trading, futures trading, options trading, crypto trading, it's all risky. Never listen to anyone that tells you it isn't. Put your stops in first before you ever begin to trade. You'll live a lot longer in this business. So, welcome to trading. It's Rocktober, 4th, right? Rocktober 4th, and each day has already been a roller coaster, just like you'd expect from Rocktober. OMNI is expecting more rock and roll. The Dow Jones Transportation Average is pulling the NASDAQ, the E-mini, and the Russell down with it. I'll show you charts. Now, you've got dock workers, striking, and markets, right? Dock workers and strikes, dock workers and markets. When dock workers go on strike, the transportation average notices, it starts messing with those three. It's going to have to do something on the downside. And OMNI's red, so we're going to be selling rallies for trading on Friday in E-mini, S&P, NASDAQ, Russell. Big report coming out tomorrow morning at 8:30. You know what I've told my OMNIacs for the past, 43 years? Reports give OMNIacs great fills. Don't worry about the reports. We're going to put our orders in and let that rock and roll. If you subscribe to my recommendations, don't forget, put those orders in. Don't worry about reports. You'll get a great fill on the report, and we'll make some money tomorrow. If not, our stop will be in, and we'll just lose what we expected to lose anyway. So, I'll show you the charts on the transportation average and why it's pulling other markets down. Crude oil. The world is watching the charts. I promise you, Wall Street watches, algorithms watch. I'll show you the chart. They're watching, and crude's popping through a level. That's going to make traders come back in and buy. Then, of course, you've got some kind of probably retaliation from Israel over the weekend. Crude's going to have a move, right? I would say this, though. You get out on the news. If you guys are long, if you traders are long out there and the news comes out, something major happens, get out on the news. We don't need Iran to have oil in the world. You know what I'm saying? So get out on the news. You'll see what happens. We got a bunch of people long crude that have called me to ask what to do. If something insane happens and you get a big enough pop, that's probably going to be it. Then there's Bitcoin. We've got our target for 85,000. All of you know that. I have given that target out a long time ago, and we're waiting for it to get there, and it is on its way, but nothing goes straight up. Bitcoin looks like it may need to drop somewhere near the 51,000 level. I've got a chart to show you that I think you will love. Now there's this. OMNI camp in the UK, baby. Listen, UK campers, Netherlands, no matter where you're from, I will be in the UK, and the room is booked. The airlines are booked. We're going, baby. We're going to make this happen. OMNI camp will be in the UK, November 15th, 16th, 17th, 18th. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. If you want to work with me for 4 days at OMNI Boot Camp in the UK, go to omnibootcamp.com now and fill out your OMNI Camp applications. I will see you there. Make sure you fill them out, traders. I will call you back. Now, I've got a lot of fans in Europe, and there's only an X amount of seats, and that's a very small amount. I never have a big crowd. I never will have a big crowd for my OMNI camps. I keep it small on purpose, but there are still a few seats open. Make sure you fill out those applications. I will see you all in November. All right, so we've got some great charts that we're going to show you. Why the likelihood is that we need to sell the rallies in E-mini, S&P, and Russell for trading on Friday. Why crude is in a spot where it looks like it's probably going to get goosed. And why Bitcoin may have a good shot at coming down first before heading back up. Traders, I'm going to show you those charts right now. But remember, keep your emotions out of trading. How do we do that? We all know this by now, and if you're a newcomer, listen up, because this is going to help you. Say this to yourselves over and over again. We'll do this exercise, and then we'll look at charts. Are you with me? 1, 2, 3. Stops are in. Emotions are rock and roll traders. Now let's go look at some charts. Traders, the YM or the mini Dow. 2 days ago, I put this in front of you in the video and I said, look, caution, this is known as the Oscarism is known as the F flag. That's its name. And many times when that F flag finishes its life, it drops dramatically and you get F'd, which gives it its name, right? And I mentioned, look, we just started to come out of it. Well, now we have this day and this day outside of that F flag with a red OMNI for trading on Friday. So I think that we're going to be selling rallies and I think we're falling out of that F flag. Now check this out. NASDAQ. Remember we had the inverted head and shoulders and it went out right out through the exit door as we expected? Well, it's come back down and look at how well NASDAQ has acted around this average. Look at any time it gets near this average, how well it's behaved. The one thing is if it gets under the average, it's a big drop. Right? If it gets under the average, it's a drop. If it gets above the average, you get your nice rally out of it. Well, we are right at the average. So it must hold. Will NASDAQ hold that average and go up tomorrow? Well, there is this. The transportation average, which seems to be leading the party. Now, it tried to get through this resistance. Knock, 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 knock. Couldn't get through. And then what happens? The port strike hits. Smash, smash. Here we are now with the port strike, especially if it doesn't be resolved by tomorrow morning. That's going lower, and it will take NASDAQ, S&P, and Russell with it. So that's what we've got going on in our indices. Then there is crude oil traders. Look at this crude. The world can see this. Now, this is a big resistance area, right? And you've gotten above it, boom, with a heated up war going on in the part of the world where oil is created. Well, it's created in lots of places, but, you know, Middle East is known for it. And look at the average. Right? You see how well this average works? And you're above it. The world is watching, kids, so keep your eyes on that. That probably will goose crude higher, but again, I don't know. I'm one of those people that likes to sell the news once it comes out, so we'll see what happens. And then you've got Bitcoin traders. Bitcoin, we had a question in the video. Do you think now that we had another swing and a miss up here, what does that mean? Bitcoin went up and failed. Held right here, went up and failed. Held right here, went up and failed. Got through just for a day, but settled above, so it held. Went up, held here. Got here, did not quite make that, so it was another swing and a miss. Do you think it'll get down to 51,000 was my question. Many of you said yes. Remember, you failed at the average right there, right? And you're starting to drop. We've got a red OMNI in Bitcoin. And it looks like it may want to hit that 51 mark, or at least try to get down there. Now, that's for daily trading. Any of you long-term holders of Bitcoin like me, you got to look at this. This is an enormous cup and handle. It projects much, much higher when Bitcoin finally completes this cup and handle formation. And guess where the handle comes in? 51,000. How about that, kids? It comes in right about 51,000. Isn't that interesting? So that's what we're looking at. Short term, yes, it could go down. Long term, this tells us it's got a lot higher to go in the future. That's what I wanted to show you. Good luck trading out there. Make sure you subscribe right now, like and share these videos, and come to Live with Oscar and take my trading recommendations so I can help you throughout the day and night get through these rough and tumble markets.